Glad come on, I watched a little TikTok video where it's like, a lot of this doesn't really make sense, and maybe we should really question these people. But some of the things that this person brings up strikes on some new ideas and other remember, these are only my thoughts, my opinions. I'm just trying to put the pieces together. I insist you go and do your own research before you come to my conclusions. Know what I mean? Don't get trapped in another man's lie. And if these are lies, I don't intend them to be lies. So if you could bring me the proper information so I have the truth available to myself, I would muchly appreciate it. What do we got going on today? I watched Candace again. Like, this has been going on for a while about Kamala's family and how they're probably deceiving the world. Why is this not on mainstream news? Like Candace says, like, why isn't this on mainstream news? And Kamala can just make Candace look like the idiot with all the news. Hey, what's up, Venomous? How's it going? Lots of crazy shit going on around the world, These dock strikes. It doesn't look good, does it? That could cause a bit of chaos and mayhem. I still haven't looked into, well, who's highly invested in those docks, but I'm quite sure it's probably somebody solid, eh? Smoke weed every day. How's it going? Yeah, it's collapsing by their design. I think God's here to redesign it, or maybe it's just too late. I don't know. Maybe God just wants to, like, I question everything, Venomous. I say I'm a soldier of God, and that's what he wants me to do. Question and search the truth and find out for myself. Like, this could be a simulation, you know what I mean? Could be, it makes sense, right? There is a final judgment, right? And then those who present as good characters in this simulation maybe get the real thing, you know what I mean? Because isn't that the purpose of doing a simulation? What works, what doesn't work? You know, take what's good from the simulation and then try and make that you know what I mean? I'm just saying, dude. The simulation theory to me isn't that far out of we don't know what God is. I have no idea. Why? Why do I have to need to physically be ready to stand up for my family? Why why can't we just come together mentally and just put an end to it? You know what I mean? Listen, the reason your brothers and sisters are against you, Venomous, who don't understand, is because a lot of them are just hardworking people, and they're just so used to digesting the same shit. You know what I mean? They've been taught they're right. Don't look at all sides and then have a discussion and figure out what's right and wrong, but just, "Hey, I know everything," and no, you people aren't nice enough. Like, they actually think that they're the better people for allowing well, these people everybody's allowing it, but you know what I mean? Men in little girls' change rooms. If you would have said to me this 20 years ago, I would have laughed in your face. I would have said, "No flipping way will I ever live in a world like that. That just can't happen." Like, there'd have to be no men on Earth. There'd have to be, like, no women on Earth. Like, but yeah, here we are. What's up, crazy baby boy? Hey D, you better hope I'm crazy, bud. There's a whole new world coming for you. I hope you accept it. I don't know what it is, Cupcake, but I think you have to be in the truth to get it. And Vaughn, you're living in a fantasy. I don't. Like, you let me know what part of like, Waltz is your governor, isn't he? Come on, dude. You're smart enough to figure this shit out, eh? Like $25,000 to $35,000 for brand new home buyers. It's just gonna up the cost of homes, right? Am I right or am I wrong? And those tax breaks, that money, it's gotta come from somewhere, right? So it's gotta come from the taxpayers. You know what I mean? And that way, they keep taking every class and downclassing them every so often, you know what I mean? But they're working really aggressively to well, I think we all have to come together, Venomous. Wouldn't it be a good idea for North America? Like, Mexico's got its own problems too, right? Those cartels are affecting them just as much as they are us. There's gotta be good people in Mexico that wanna tell the cartels to go fuck themselves too. You know what I mean? Look at their elections. You guys think a couple fucking attempts at Donald Trump is something. Look at the lives that have been lost over elections over in Mexico. And and you want me to allow Satan to just keep going and make us all ignore it. No, we gotta come together, man. What, Canada gonna fight for its rights and then what's America gonna do? They already colluded. Your government colluded with my government on a trucker convoy and shit. How could any government official, and this was found out in our Supreme Court, that they unlawfully called an Emergencies Act? How could America not fucking stand up? The one that's looking out for everybody's fucking democracy. You got your fucking neighbor right next door to you. Their democracy has been totally fucking destroyed. But you want to fight for the fucking democracy of Ukraine. Who's not going to vote? Who's had some issues with some Orthodox Christians over there who, well, before the war, was known as one of the dirtiest countries in the world. That's coming from Bill Gates's mouth. Not mine, that's where I got my information, and the news, and the Azov Battalion. They were talking about them before the war too. Also, I seen the Fox interview where the guy asked him, "What'd you do with the Azov Battalion?" Like, you're paying these money to these people, and you don't think we should come together to stop because we are too as Canadians. And it really bothers me knowing that my fellow countrymen are laying out on the streets. And well, because of this fucking reality that we've created because some fucking douchebags allowed us to, it's a better life to try and get out of this reality and run to drugs. But here's the thing in Canada now, it's if you can't afford the street drugs, come to us. We'll help you with the pharmaceutical type. You know what I mean? We'll make sure you get your high. But we're gonna be nice people and do it and make sure you get clean stuff. We're looking out for your best interest. Pretty unbelievable, eh? AD, does your Bible not tell you, dude? When you have Christ, the whole world is probably gonna hate you. Like, if you really, really, really love him and you're not like AD and just say, "I love you, Jesus," just because I think I'm gonna go to heaven if I say I love you. I don't actually have to follow you and do the things as you would do and say, dude. I'm just worried for you. What do you think? You gotta be in 'em, stand up, be a man. Fuck, I can't keep doing this with you, bud. It hurts my heart. I don't wanna think you're this stupid. Look, I'm not trying to be a dick neither. I do this because I love you. Like, I'm tired of playing this fucking rigmarole. You guys are gonna find out. Look at this, Amy. I'll show you this. I wanna show you this. This is how fucking this I know it's just a stupid little video, and I'm probably making a whole lot more out of it than needs be, but just hear me out and let me know where I'm wrong. You know what I mean? Because you guys have made fun of me for stuff before. I tried telling you guys Paris Hilton is an actress. You know what I mean? And I got made fun of for picking on Paris Hilton. I'm like, "She's a Rothschild, guys." Like, wake the fuck up. They don't like you. And then you watch interviews now. "Hey, that person you seen before, that was me acting. This is the real me now. I'm a victim. I'm a victim. I'm a victim. I'm a victim. You're a victim of grooming. That's what you are, Paris. You are definitely probably a victim, but I have to show you my reasons for that. But here we go. I hope you guys can hear this. Get ready, kids, because today we're doing coffee clutch. I'm not wearing pants. All right, there's the thing doing the thing. So I posted a ramble yesterday that did really well. So I'm back. Now look, I'm too famous to be making my own coffee, so let's just get that out. Can you believe it? I'm also too famous to wear pants. And they're doing work on my street today, so I'm trapped in my house, which I'm secretly in heaven about. All right. I couldn't sleep because of Diddy. I know that sounds dramatic and I have no connection to it, but okay, the part where it's now been described by several people, and this is online, so it's not the real newspaper, and I get that. But about the dinner at some public restaurant where Diddy was with fucking Jimmy Iovine, who's a giant executive who's richer than God himself or herself. And who else was there? Uh, Two other famous people that watched Diddy take his fist and punch his then girlfriend, although I don't care if it was a random street, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it was a dude even. It does. It matters that it's a woman. And then apparently they continued like talking business. Let me tell you something. As someone who's been in trouble with the federal government, not just local law enforcement, that is unbelievable to me. If I had been at that restaurant, I would be in jail now because I could not just watch a man punch a woman in the stomach. She doubled over. And apparently he kept talking and they like resumed the meeting. And that's that girl, Cassie. And now people are finding pictures of her from going to red carpet events with like bruises and makeup covering. Where were we? Sisterhood, women of the world. Look, the guys aren't going to do it. All right. It's up to us. Gay guys, maybe. So, gay guys, I'm talking to you too, because you know we love you and we're down with you and down with you. So, like I'm talking like that now, but I'm looking up Diddy videos so much that I'm 63-year-old white lady saying shit like, we're down with you. The point is, I would not be able to just witness that happening. But, or, by the way, you're a person. But, you know, Deep the bro code. I'm not seeing the other folks at that table who watched. Right. That's enough of that. Well, what do you guys think? Listen, AD, it doesn't make sense. Okay, first off, she's saying she's having nightmares about Diddy. Why would she be having nightmares about Diddy? Unless maybe she's involved with Diddy. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't think maybe she's not. But why would she be having nightmares about Diddy? Like, why is she fucking being so dramatic? And well, we know what Diddy was into, right? So does it really make sense in the time for her to be running around in her underwear showing that, talking about like you get that. Like you guys you, oh King, stop. Where was I? King. I don't know if you see, but stop. Oh, for crying out loud. Hi. Where was I even at? Kathy Griffin. Listen, I don't know if you guys ever heard. She came on the internet whining because she was linked to Epstein somehow, and people were saying that she was part of the group and all that. She whined and cried and said she wasn't. You know what I mean? All you have to do is go on. Like, this is what I would have done if I was Kathy Griffin. You know what I mean? Hey, jerk offs. Do you really want to find out who was on the island? Let me put my name on the fact that I wasn't on the island. Let's all come together. I'll use my name. We'll fucking go after Dick Durbin and we'll get that list. And we'll see if my name's on it and we'll see who the joke is. All you little rat-a-tats running around saying that I was at Epstein Island. In fact, I wasn't. But look who was. I'm a real hero. I'm Kathy fucking Griffin. I'm using my stage to fucking better the world. But this kind of shit, I don't get. She puts down fucking men, saying that men aren't willing to fucking stand up and I'm like, it's fucking man. No, anybody, a woman, anybody who would sit back and watch a fucking man hit a woman in the gut is a fucking loser. And for Kathy Griffin to sit there and try and convince me that in front of some of the most powerful people in the fucking industry, she would have stood up and fucking did something like a fucking hero. These people are fucking jokes, and I don't understand how we don't get it. We should be calling these motherfuckers out. Hey, if you're not part of it, help us solve who is. You know what I mean? It should become a game form. And that's what it should be for us. To change the world, it should be as easy as a simple fucking game. Using the devil's tools against them and watch them fucking crumble. See who stands for what. Because if you got the truth, you don't have to worry about anything else. You know what I mean? Like this, but that leads me to a whole nother thing. Surprise titty lawyers are going, like, I don't know. Like, we knew about titty a long time ago, so this is kind of suspicious. They say it's to cover up that 23andMe thing where all the everybody just kind of quit. You know what I mean? It's only DNA. You guys got 23andMe's done? Hey, maybe that's worse than getting a shot. Who knows? Maybe there's another you out there. Who knows? Oh, I know Venomous. It is a game, so why don't we play back? You know what I mean? Hey, if we could get a roll on people fucking making like this is the thing. I'm not asking anybody to share me or whatever. I want to make it on my own merit. I'm saying, hey, why don't we get everybody together and they make their own fucking videos and encourage others to make their own videos? Asking Dick Durbin where the fucking list is. You know what I mean? Say, hey, Dick, this is a little fucking ridiculous. We're not stupid anymore. You had fucking Dingle Dork Epstein in jail. Somehow the footage went missing of when he killed himself, and Jelene's went to jail. Who was part of the crime? You know what I mean? What was the crime? Because nobody's been charged. for them to get charged for the crime that they got charged for. Do you know what I mean? But then when you know things like Richard Branson, there's women coming and saying, "That same Richard Branson." I'm just saying, Kane, stop. Prince Andrew, part of the royal family. Kane, I don't know what your malfunction was, but please stop. Oh man. Every time I go to do a video, I swear it's gonna happen. Kane, what is going on? Kane, come here. Oh man. Kane, listen, what do you see? What is bothering you? Anyway, she mentioned a couple names on that video. And I want you guys to know this. This is why Harley has some problems. She like you let me know where I shouldn't think these things, Harley. All right, she mentioned the name, it's called Jimmy Iovine. Now, you can go check who Jimmy Iovine out. You'll know him as from the likes of, well, one of your personal favorites, Marshall Mathers. You know, the one that said, pick me or pick Trump. You can't have both. We can't talk about this. It's just, you got to pick one of us. Anyways, you'll know Jimmy Iovine as, one of Dr. Dre's guys. He is one of the brainwaves behind Beats for Dre. You know what I mean? Mega moguls in the industry. You know what I mean? Mega moguls. So can you imagine Jimmy Iovine would have sat there and watched a woman get punched in the gut and not do anything about it? That's weird, It's kind of weird. But let me take you down the rabbit hole just a little bit more. Maybe Jimmy Iovine's part of the problem. Maybe he's been to a Diddy party or two. Who knows? I'm just speculating. And Dr. Dre, you guys do know this. I've talked about it before. You guys can go search this for yourselves. What happened was, as well, Snoop Dogg, you know, that lovable little Snoop, he's into everybody's poop. NBA, NHL, he's everywhere. He's a superstar, right? He's someone people look up to. He is the man. You know what I mean? But anyways, him and Dre have a sex tape together. They couldn't find out who had it, so they had to go on and do this interview saying, "Hey, whoever has a sex tape, let's talk." You know what I mean? But they wouldn't say what was on the sex tape. They just said, "Yeah, it's really bad." So, what could really bad be? Like, why didn't they continue on that interview and say, like, really, like, what's going on here? Like, why do uh, you know what I mean? Maybe that interviewer just did as they were told. And who knows, eh? Who knows? Who knows? Stupid Dre. And then we got Eminem. I don't like in his video, he says, I'm an evil hybrid. Do you think maybe? You know what I mean? Maybe, eh? There's rumors that he might be homosexual. Now, I don't know if they're true or not, but he did make fun of them. You know what I mean? But then it turns out he was friends with Eminem. So how could you make fun of something that you're gonna be? I guess it's just a song. He's just letting you know who he is as an artist, right? Confused, eh? Doesn't sound confused when you think about it. But yeah, imagine. Like, we're still in the music, so we got, well, we know Jay-Z, right? If the rumors are true. I mean, Kanye was saying it, Jaguar Wright's saying it. There's a lot of people saying it. And while a lot of people have said that, well, Beyonce's a witch. Now, whether that's true or not, she does turn into Sasha Fierce. I don't know what that's all about, but she does have this friend Amima Abramovich. Now, she's a self-proclaimed witch. You know what I mean? I think she's friends with Lady Gaga too. Just saying. Are they witches? Is it possible? If you hang around with the self-proclaimed witch, is there a possibility you're a witch? Now, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? I never went to a Diddy party. How do you know? How do you know everything's not a setup? How do you know that him and MGK, that isn't all just a setup? You don't know. Just like I don't know it is true. But they do set things up like that. I've been told that, some of these little disses are all set up and you know what I mean? Just to make some coinage, you know what I mean? Oh, Canada. Well, Canada's got some problems in the music industry too, you know what I mean? I don't know if all the artists are dirty or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, if you're venomous, I'm just saying, if you're awake in Christ, you look for the Christ in others, you know what I mean? And all you want to do is ask questions. Now, to me, Klaus Schwab is on the dark side, okay? He's the Sith Lord, okay? And when the Pope says, hey, that dude is just as important as Jesus, I got to ask myself, I'm not down with Pope. In fact, I think people need to start asking him questions because he's a joke. But people with big, big platforms like Marky Mark, who's a big Catholic, he could use his platform to send a message to the Pope. What are you doing hanging out with globalists? Do you think that's what Jesus would want? For real, Pope. Franny, do you want to go down in history as a fucking complete tool bag? Well, maybe it's too late. Who knows, eh? We just never know. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'm going to hell for asking the question of like it just nothing about the Vatican makes sense. Do you think Jesus would take money from other people and hoard it and not really help others with it? Do we not see how fucking that just doesn't or shouldn't make sense in our heads? Like you guys do know things like we have a telescope at the Vatican. Now, please Google this for yourself. It's called Lucifer. Now, I've never been down in the Vatican, but they say there's stuff buried down there and stuff, and they actually say that there's like alien stuff. I don't know if it's true or not. Would not make sense for the old telescope called Lucifer. It still doesn't make sense. Like I can't wrap my head around it. Why do you have a telescope called Lucifer when you're supposed to be about Jesus? You know what I mean? But then their architecture there, some of their buildings and stuff, it's kind of weirdly shaped, and you have to look at all that stuff for yourselves. And I don't want to put images in your head that, I'm just worried that you guys are putting bad medicine in your heads. I don't think jelly rolls on the side of the average man. You know what I mean? Like, I know it sounds stupid and simple, but when you say that you're running away from the internet because people are calling you fat, and you got famous as a fat man, and You're that fucking shallow to say you're leaving the internet over it, and then have other celebrities say stuff about it. I'm not buying it. The whole fucking, "Hey, don't vote, you're fucking" don't have to say it all. Now Jelly Roll, like, you really don't really don't think you got any of us have to say it. Like, Chinese were over in our fucking elections. We're not allowed to know which ones, but now Jelly Roll's just like, "No, there's no hope. Just fucking just sit back and what will be, will be." Hey, it's okay to not be okay. And if you don't do anything to be okay, well, someday it just may be okay. And, I only talk to God when I want a favor. Oh, that's Satan. That's you people have Satan when you keep going to God for favors. "Hey, please do this for me, God." You gotta say, "Hey, God, take me in. I want the truth. I wanna be with you. Please embrace me and give me the full armor, and I will do my work. If you will be there for me, I will do the work to be there for you." But who knows? To me, I think you watch some interviews, and it does look like Mel Gibson screaming out for some help. Someone take notice. There's some stuff I wanna say, but maybe it's all make believe. Who knows? You know what I mean? Maybe he's part of it. Because, like I said, nothing I say is true. I don't know. I'm just asking the questions. I wanna find out. Ashton Kutcher smells of bad news. You know what I mean? Now he's talking about being at the Diddy parties, and he was in charge, and you guys ever see that performance he put on about what an impact he's having on against that sort of stuff? How he's the fucking hero. These people are fucking sick and fucking twisted, and it's time for us to open our eyes and start fucking asking them, but, hey, that's alright. You know what I mean? Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis are only the type of people that, hey, the only reason we wrote those letters is because we didn't think the public would know. If we knew the public would find out about them, we never would have wrote them. It makes no sense. Means you're a fake motherfucker. You'll be one person around somebody and another person around another. Fucking, they have no idea how much they're impacting you. Like, they're fucking twisted. They think they're funny and they're not. They're fucking losers. They find out in the end. What happens when do you think Lucifer's trying to chase the blue Kachina? You know what I mean? Do you think the evil's gonna try and break it to us nicely? But will they break it to us or will they destroy us first? Because they can't destroy us. Only we can destroy us by being weak and pathetic and allowing them to do what we say they can do to us. This is how fucking stupid it is. We give them permission to fucking hurt us. Give us more, give us more. Yes, Bill, we believe you're a humanitarian. That lobby, it looks wonderful. And for sure, it's for the benefit of humanity. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm fucking, I don't even, like, I can't believe this world I live in. I see the same shit because I try and stay focused on the same shit, right? There's so much shit out there, you don't know whether it's real or not. So if you keep your focus on the children and the immediate fucking dipshits that are probably having an effect on our lives. So, like, when you come to the understanding that, well, this is just my opinion and it's not, well, I think it's based on facts, but I could have the facts wrong. Your president is a fucking pedophile. Wake the fuck up. Ashley Biden's diary told you so. Hey, Ashley admitted that it was her diary. There is a lawsuit against the girl who had the fucking diary, which makes the lawsuit or the fucking diary even more real. But we still can't comprehend the fact that, well, there's a laptop with a smorgasbord of fucking information that for some reason the world doesn't get to see. But what do we do know out of that? His son Hunter is into crack, and 10% goes to the big guy, whoever that is, right? What else do we got? Well, old Joe, he likes to watch his son's porn. Now, doesn't that seem a little sick? Like, is that something most dads are interested in? Are there dads out there wanting to watch their sons have sex? But then again, this is kind of a weird kind of family, right? There's kind of a weird dynamic here, right? I mean, Hunter was sleeping with the wife of his dead brother, right? That was going on. And then Biden wants to be a responsible, good American, but he doesn't want to make his son responsible for his children. Are you fucking for real, guys? You guys do know this, right? Hunter Biden has a child that he wants nothing to do with, no money, no nothing, just whose pope do we think that was in the White House? Does anybody have a guess? Why do we think that we don't have the power to change this? Why? Because we're told we don't. Sit back. Everything's going to be okay. There's a savior coming someday. Maybe Trump, maybe Jesus. But hold tight. There'll be a savior coming. I just believe the savior is inside of yourself. You have the ability to be Christ. You can move mountains. He told us that. You will do far greater than I have. Maybe we finish the prophecy. You know what I mean? We do make this world a good place. Or maybe it's just the end and the new beginning for some. You know what I mean? I ask myself, can the light survive without the darkness? I think it can, as long as it's balanced. You know what I mean? As long as you're using that monster inside of you to do the things the light would want you to do. Get that aggression, move forward, and do the right things. You know what I mean? Have the courage, use that ego for the right things instead of for yourself. But then again, you for yourself isn't a bad thing either. If you're using it to accomplish something, to inspire others to accomplish something. No one wants to inspire anymore. Everybody wants to be on the top and just kicking the guys down. Nope. Nope. You're not getting a piece of this. Vince McMahon. Here, come on, buddy. I'm gonna shit on you. Like, I can't believe this. This is the world we live in. Vince McMahon, how many times do you think he shit on somebody? Like to hear that. What possesses someone to want to shit on somebody? And then to have another person just still keep railing her while your buddy shits on her. Like, if there's any women out there watching this, Harley, are you still watching this? Would you feel a little degraded after being shit on? Like, is there like, obviously, I mean the woman didn't mind getting it done as long as she got paid for it. You know what I mean? It's when the payments failed that, well, she had a problem with getting shit on. That's fucking weird. But anyways. Oh, oh my dog. All right, I better go, guys. Unless you guys want to talk about something. Some of you guys want to talk about Jesus, anybody else in the music industry. Dave Grohl's a Satanist. Like, you guys need to figure that out. Some of these nice people are fucking losers. Really bad. But hey, like, even like there should be some easy ones for people to spot, but they just don't get it. Little Uzi Vert, and then there's that other little one, right? Like when you come out openly and you love Satan, I don't know what to say. You might have a malfunction in the brain. But hey, you guys all fought for it and you buy the blood shoes and whatever else. He's so hip. He's down with Satan. Like, why? The human is so dumb sometimes. Why would you like if you know there's right and there's wrong, and they're telling you that the right has caused all this wrong, like God has caused all these wars. Jesus just devastated, and people have been killed over him. Jesus never asked for anybody to. In fact, he tried to die for us. I don't know. I like this is the thing. I'm a Jesus guy, you know what I mean? And his father is love. And I go through Jesus so I can feel the love from the Father. So that while I get the courage to do this fucking stupid shit. Like this is just fucked. You guys have no idea how this stupid for me. Like when you see the world and you know, like, I'm sorry. I picked on you guys. I keep picking on the Americans. Okay. Listen, I said your president, I thought he was a pedo. Based on reasons. I don't know if he is or not. I think the question should be asked. You know what I mean? I don't remember ever any reporters ever asking Joe Biden, "Hey Joe, um, that diary they found, they say is Ashley's, says some pretty bad shit in it. Is that real? And if not, why are you guys suing that woman? And why is there audio of Ashley confirming that it's hers and she desperately wants it back? Where's some fucking reporters on that shit, eh, guys? Hey? But anyways, here in Canada, we're no better. You know what I mean? Even in Parliament, like it's not hard to figure out. There might be a problem with Justin Trudeau as well. I'm just saying, in Parliament, they here Polyev was making fun of him. Hey, son about being a school teacher, and he said, "I can't remember why you left partway through the semester. Can you fill us in?" Was he trying to say something to us? Because there's a rumor of an NDA when he was a teacher, and now his best friend teacher, he got charged for well being a bad boy. Okay, and Justin did, but he left that midway through a semester. You know what I mean? And rumor is 2.2 mil, and then Justin can have his little career. Let's take care for that, Justin. Do we have an acting job for you or what? I'm just saying. Can you imagine, like, finding out there's a God and thinking you did the right thing and finding out you're a bigger fuck stain than Justin Trudeau is. Like, I'm being honest. Like, this is what I think. This is what I think. If you know things are happening to people and you're just as responsible. In fact, if you're probably really fucked. So, can you imagine those fucking parents of that girl who took that fucking money and let the rest of the country fucking suffer and maybe others because of their fucking silence? Like, really, I'm not trying to put anybody, I don't know these people, but I'm quite sure that's the way God would look at it when if you were using common sense and it was a just God. If you have knowledge of it and you let it happen, and on top of it, take money for it, do you think that that's a good time for you? Especially if that person goes on to hurt others. You did nothing when you could have done something and stopped that from happening to them. I don't know, just a question. Smoke weed every day, you're crying, you're what? What? Let me know what you're thinking. You know what I mean? Don't emoji me. Let me know what you're thinking. It's the season. Yeah, listen, I'm not like other empaths. I have my own dark side. Hey, I'm a narcissist hunter, and I'll take them down one by one. Hey, narcissist hunter. I'll be like Greg Locke, throwing truth daggers at people. There's no escaping them. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. And I'm aiming right at your guys' hearts. You know what I mean? Let's get rid of those demons. You know what those demons are? They're trauma and hurt. That's all they are. Trauma and hurt. See, that's why I'm on this mission. I'm still hurt. I'm all fucked up. But see, I want to release my trauma back onto the people who gave it to me. I am holding on to because I know how much pain that they're gonna be in when they fucking realize that God's real and that I am chosen and that they done fucked up big time. You know what I mean? I wanna let them know that I forgive them and I want the best for them. But could they please take ownership? All I want is the truth. Like, if the truth is that I'm a crazy psycho, I wanna fucking know. You know what I mean? I've got to be a crazy psycho to be hospitalized 5 times for violence and suicide. Not only that, you have to have a court case. You lose your ability to operate your own life, make decisions about drugs and everything. Oh, good thing I was good enough to win that court case, eh? Can you imagine? All for asking for the truth, standing up for myself. I could be a fucking vegetable licking a fucking wall right now because I don't know. I never got my answers. Hey, doc, what am I in here for? What's the documentation saying that I'm doing? Like, hey, well, Carl, you've done some weird videos. Well, yeah. And within those videos, I say, hey, this might be for a movie. It might not be real. Just asking questions. Just, hey, want someone to talk to. I'm asking for help. I'm doing all these things. It's a really integral, turns out. You guys think I'm foolish. You don't even know what I'm talking about, but God is brilliant. God is great. God loves you guys. At least that's what I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I think he loves everybody and he wants to give everybody the opportunity to wake the fuck up one last time. Like one big hurrah. Gonna wake up or you gonna stay asleep? Are your children worth fighting for? Is it that hard to try and figure out the truth? Do you want to try and figure out who the fuck you are? You know what I mean? But who knows? Who knows, hey guys? Who knows? Who knows? What do you guys think? You guys think I'm chosen or you think I'm mentally retarded? Huh? What do you think? Think I got what it takes to hang with the likes of Bill Gates? Do you know what I mean? Well, I'm smarter than Bill Gates. I figured out his game. Like, he tells you his game, and you guys just don't get it. Hey, here's a little pandemic. Fauci will play the role of who we gonna get to govern Fauci? Well, his wife would be a nice addition. Because I know this pandemic's coming. I'll have all this money and I'll invest it in the gear. Then I'll look really smart, say, well, the the cure just really wasn't what we thought it would be. You know what I mean? It's good and you should still get it, but it just doesn't do what we initially thought it would. Can you imagine? Like, I know you guys can't, but I'm an empath, and I could see if you have to eat karma. Like, I'm just thinking if you were Bill Gates and you had to face the wrath of end time and you had to figure out that, well, you just weren't gonna make it and these are gonna be nothing or a really bad time. So if you have to eat karma, that'd be karma for every person in the world that the Bill and Linda Foundation's touched. Hey, hey, could you imagine? Could you imagine the whole world having its eyes on Bill Gates, asking him questions? I'll tell you, that little man would scooter pie his pants. I'm coming for Bill Gates. He's my numero uno brother, but I want a piece of Justin first. You know what I mean? He's the one that's got me wanting to join that Bay program. You know what I mean? Can you imagine? Willing to sacrifice myself to, to expose the system that I think is driving me crazy. And everybody thinks I'm crazy, so maybe it is the system, maybe it's just me, who knows? Goodness, that's the thing. I know that. I'm aware. I'm a sane individual, dude. I don't fucking care, dude. I wouldn't care. You wanna hurt me? Go ahead. You wanna end my life? That's probably not a good thing for you, you know what I mean? That's just what I think. I used to go through this shit all the time in my head, Tempest. Hey, I swear. How many Christians would hate me based on the fact that I swear? Do you know what I mean? Meanwhile, they have no idea what it's like to be in Christ. They think Christ died for them, and them singing songs on TikTok is gonna save them because they believe. They believe in this thing they read about in the Bible, but they don't actually read because if they did, they know that the point is to kind of try and be like him, have the mind of him and the heart like him. But anyways, but I know that. No, I've known I put myself in harm's way if I was the chosen one, right? But it's a sacrifice you gotta make. Julian Assange made it. I gotta make it too, but I don't care. I only care about the truth. And if I have the full armor of God, there's like you can do whatever you want to this. It's only this that matters, but you know what I mean? Only that. This doesn't really matter. This is supposed to help us get to know this. by working together, and we just fucking don't. That's why there's none of this around because there's no communication, there's no nobody wants to know what the fucking truth is. They want their truth, and that's it. And if you follow in your truth, you might get yourself fucked. I'm saying, trying to figure out what the truth is. And if it goes against your truth, take a new truth on. You know what I mean? Don't always be stuck on thinking you know what the truth is. Anyways, I think God's got chosen ones here. God lives within us. And we're here to show you that God would lives within you guys too. You just gotta be willing to work for it. That's all. I love each and every one of you and want the best for you. So I hope everybody has a good night. But I think I'm gonna go make a drink and go to bed. I don't mean make an alcohol drink. You know what I mean? Just a cola in my cola maker. Okay. Everybody have a good night. Venomous. Next time. Next time I come on and you're on. You know what? Remember to tell me that. I want to hear the story. Maybe I'll try and get StreamYard this weekend. Maybe I can get you up and we can talk about it. Sounds like an interesting story. Have a good night.